gosh, it feels so nice to be with a girlfriend. Some of my nearest and dearest are on the West Coast, and now I'm East.
I know.
Although you were East Coast when you were young.
I did. I grew up in New York City, yeah, for the most part.
I know. It's like now that my life is here, whenever I make a reference to you, I'm like, I don't know this place. And you're like, oh, yes, this. Oh, yes, that.
But you're becoming a real New Yorker now. It's been a minute. You're
I really
here.
like it.
Yeah.
I'm really happy here.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have wildly different chapters.
It is. Absolutely.
I would love to like go live somewhere else in a few years
Yeah,
and
why
try
not?
that on for size.
You'll see. The girls will go to college, and then you can go wherever you want.
I mean, I cannot believe you're in an empty nest situation, because our kids always seemed, yours, you know, they just seemed so young for so long.
I know.
I remember when Moses was little.
I know. I remember Apple and Olive running around, and they seemed, you know, close in age, and now she's gone. I know.
I know. And Olive is 12 going on 18. Frankie's 10 going on 10. What is it like with this transition of them out of the house? I hear you're making Brad's boyfriend breakfast again.
Yes.
And what does it feel like? I'm not myself anymore ever since I had them.
Yep, that's right. Drew sort of redefined my life when she was describing how she felt when Olive was born. And she said to me, I was born the day she was born. And it's, oh my God, it makes me cry. And it's exactly the way I felt about Apple, but you articulated it for me, you know? And then they grow up, and then they go, and it's incredible, and you feel so proud that you raised kids that know who they are and can engage and have good manners, and you know, who are hopefully going to continue to be great citizens. And there's a lot of grief, and then there's also this kind of like magical space that opens up, and you know, in a way, it's reminiscent of when I was in my 20s and in New York and walking around and deciding to meet a friend or like go to a gallery or something, and just this space. So I'm like sort of gingerly feeling out this new space while also being really sad that like they're not in the house anymore.
So now I feel like I'm getting a glimpse.
Yeah.
Like you have always magically shown me windows in ways that paint not just a visual, but a very spiritual connection. I remember once you said this sentence to me, that they're on the Wi-Fi of the mom.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
I'll never forget you saying that.
That's why the mom has to be happy, because they're on your Wi-Fi. They feel everything. I mean, you know.
Which is so incentivizing. It's good structure to be mindful of.
It's so, you know, I think as mothers, we have to remember to choose ourselves and to, you know, befriend ourselves, to love ourselves, to give ourselves a break, because our kids do feel everything we feel. You know, it's not so much what we say, it's how we behave, what we feel.
I don't know what happens. As soon as they come out, you move into a town called Guilt City. You erect a house and you live there for a really long time. It's like you're preoccupied. I mean, I tell Frankie and I'll get back inside all the time. Just get back in. You know, I hold them and I'll be...
What does the shrink say about that one, Drew?
It's a total metaphor. Again, no codependency. I learned that one. I was like, ooh, the codependency is not good, or it didn't serve anyone in my upbringing, so don't do that. But like when I'm holding them, I'm like, I can't believe we shared that kind of space. There's no one you're hugging and being like you were inside of, well, I mean, in a different way.
Oh!
So, I know. Sorry, I went... Moving on. So, oh my God, I really stepped in that one. I really didn't mean to. Okay, how do I collect myself from that one?
Yeah, so yes, so the guilt and worry does lessen. It's not the same as when they're on a sleepover and you're like, are they going to be okay? Are they going to wake up? Are they going to have a bad dream? It's like, it feels like another step in the evolution. It's like you let them go a little bit.
Thank you, because I feel like you lay out the steps in a way that's so tangible for me and so real and so connected that I really hang on your every word because I trust you. I trust the human being that you are. So when you have feelings or you've learned things, I feel like I get to be a beneficiary of that wisdom. And I've been watching your new show, Buy It Now, and I'm so in because I love...
It's not really my show, but I get to be a guest judge on it, which is very fun.
Well, I like how you said about the spirit of like entrepreneurs.
I'm obsessed with entrepreneurs.
What do you think it is that got under your skin about that? Because you really did. You were one of the first people that opened doors that other people could not open. Did you ever have to learn on the job?
Oh my God. I mean, I learned this whole thing on the job, and you know, it's 16 years that I've been doing Goop, and it's
16 years.
Yeah, 16. And you know, it's been the most incredible journey of my life. Like, I am so passionate about it. I've made so many mistakes. We've had so many great things and wins, and you know, I look back and I just think, my God, I was sort of a different incarnation of myself, every different incarnation of the company. And I think it's part of the reason why I love entrepreneurs so much is because it takes so much grit and it takes so much heart and it takes almost this like foolish belief in yourself, you know, that everybody is like, don't do that. Why are you going to do that? Like, stay in your safe thing. And it's like, but you have this desire to put something into the world. And that's why I really loved being on this show, because it's a show essentially where people come and pitch their ideas and to get their product in the special part of the Amazon store.
Yes, it's brilliant, because if something goes, it immediately becomes accessible to buy through Amazon. But I just love that you like it. It gets accepted. There's a really interesting thing where there's a group of 100 people and they have colors next to them, green or red, and their opinion of it changes and evolves throughout learning price points, different details about the company, different details about the entrepreneur, mistakes they've made, places they're headed. We have a clip, actually. Let's take a look.
Really good friend of mine, she had this blowout, and we wanted to go for a walk, but it was raining. She literally took her cheap hotel shower cap out, and she wore it on our walk to save her blowout.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is the first thing that I thought of when I saw this, because this is quite chic.
Don't you guys love those stories of people trying to succeed? And I love them.
And I don't feel like I ever know where I'm going to find it again. So to me, the matriculation of instantaneous purchasability, this I'm here for. I love it. Okay, the Goop gift guide came out. Speaking of entrepreneurs, business, tell us everything.
Well, every year we do this Christmas holiday gift guide, and our editors work for a year to source different product and different fun, you know, experiences. And so it's this big labor of love in the company. It's kind of like our Super Bowl.
It really is. Like, every product has to be vetted. Every person you work with has to be cleared. You have to make sure people have enough quantities, that they have their deliverables. Like, you have to literally go through this giant checklist. It does take a year to put together. It's a tradition when I speak to you to talk about underwear as we're coming to a close, because, well, you know.
Oh, I know.
By the way, I think you taught me the word propensity, funny enough. It's now fully associated with you because you said I had a propensity, and I love words. I studied the dictionary. Words get me hot.
She's got the Webster's Dictionary.
Oh. It's true. It's true. And propensity. That was like a 5-star word for me that you dropped.
What was the context?
You said, funny enough, it was on social media. You were saying happy birthday to me, which meant so much to me. And you were like, and to my friend who has a very big propensity for the largest underwear you've ever seen. And so, Vita.
No, you guys have no idea how big her underwear are. They're incredible.
So, will you play a game with me called the Final Five? It's the fun question.
Yes.
All right, everybody, it's the Final Five. The questions are on the underwear. By the way, those would be so small for me.
By the way, I was going to say, your underwear are like a sailboat sheet, like a sail.
Those are not my underwear.
No, they're not. Okay, the question number 1. What song always gets you in the mood?
That's to you.
Oh, to me.
Sorry.
I know this is cliche, but Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. Oh.
It's a classic.
What's the sexiest body part? I like abs. Is that bad? I'm very shallow.
No, I want honesty.
What kind of underwear do you like to see a man wear?
Yeah. Do you have a preference on a man? I know which ones I like.
Let me guess. You like the white giant?
I like, funny enough, I believe they call them a tighty-whitey. I think I want smaller underwear on them.
Oh, okay.
Like I can wear the big boy pants, but I want a man. I like a 1960s like classic.
Oh, I like that.
Cotton.
Like a
brief.
A brief. Okay.
Now they're all like anyway, which kind do you like?
I think what Brad wears is what they call a boxer brief.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's evolved into.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, a boxer brief.
I'm very open. I'm not, any underwear's fine.
Or no underwear.
True. My spouse gives the best advice. He does, he really does.
All right, and there's 5 questions, but there's only 4 pairs of underwear.
Oh, don't do it!
Here's the real underwear.
What has happened to this show? If you could only wear one kind of underwear, what would you pick? Those!
You want my underwear? We can both fit in them. I'm not kidding.
I know.
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow. A woman I love so much.
So sweet.
And there's no reason to wonder why. All you have to do is hang out and listen to her and feel her energy and bask in her wisdom and enjoy her brilliant sense of humor. Buy it now. It's streaming on Amazon Prime videos with new episodes dropping every week. It is so good. I'm on the feeder, and thank you.
Thank you, my darling.
Oh, I love you.